Spider-Man Brand New Day is getting crazier every day, and it's safe to say that the hype of this movie is through the roof right now, maybe even surpassing Avengers Doomsday. We saw a slight glimpse of that yesterday when a sneak peek of the new suit got more people talking about it than the trailer of most movies do, and it wasn't even the full suit. Now you might think, so what? After all, it's Spider-Man, one of the greatest superhero of all time. Of course his new movie will garner more interest than most other superhero movies. To that I will say you are absolutely correct, but I also think with whatever little information we have about this movie and with all the crazy new additions that keeps happening, this movie is about to be something very special. So let's talk about it and also try to guess what the story of this movie might be. It all started when the ending of No Way Home set up the most perfect story for Spider-Man. With Doctor Strange's spell, not a single soul on Earth knows who Peter Parker is, and I still think people underplay what that ending means. I mean, just think about it. No matter whichever live action Spider-Man story you think about, even in their lowest point, they had at least one person to go to. But this Spider-Man has no one. Not only did his Uncle Ben equivalent Tony Stark died, his Aunt May died, his girlfriend doesn't remember him, his friends don't know him anymore. Can you even imagine how depressing that can be? Not having a single person to talk about your life. I'm not saying the struggles or tragedies of the other Spider-Man wasn't tragic enough, but the situation this Spider-Man is in is something that has not been explored before in live action. Then it was all about how Marvel and Sony show this story. Because your idea is as good as the execution. Will we see him depressed enough? Will the next movie explore the consequences of that decision? Will Peter Parker get lost in the shadow of Spider-Man? Can they deliver on the promises they made? Fans were cautiously skeptic. But then the director of Shang-Chi was announced to direct this new movie. No one had any doubt about his capabilities. People were excited about the prospect that how his action directing expertise is going to elevate the subpar action sequences of the Home trilogy. And even the way Kevin Feige and Tom Holland spoke about this movie made it pretty clear that they wanted to make this movie street level instead of a multiversal adventure like the last one. A mature, grittier take on the character, a filmmaker that may give us the best Spider-Man action sequences we ever saw, and a more intimate street level movie that will focus on the character. It was like we were getting everything we could have asked for. But then the character names started appearing who are in this movie, and it was unlike anything anyone was expecting. Frank Castle aka the Punisher, a Scorpion coming back after 8 years, and Bruce freaking Banner as the Incredible Hulk. The worlds of these characters are so far apart that it is still hard to imagine them together. Just imagining how wild their interactions might go will make you excited, but it just didn't make sense until you start understanding the underlying theme of these characters, anger and guilt. All three of these characters have severe anger issues and guilt of what they couldn't save, and if that is where they are going, then I'm all for it. Because why Punisher and not Daredevil? When Daredevil already made an appearance in No Way Home, there has to be a reason they choose to go with Frank, right? Punisher showing Peter the ugliness of the underworld of their city, and Bruce Banner being a professor of Peter Parker, I can see the possibilities. With multiple villains being reported and Mr. Negative being one of them, it's safe to say that this movie will heavily focus on the Spider-Man character rather than Peter. And just the possibility of seeing Bruce Hulk out again is beyond exciting. This movie is attempting to juggle multiple stories at once, and that is a very tricky thing to do, a task many films failed to complete before. Maybe even this movie will fail to do so, and we fans are just way too excited about a movie that we still have not seen a frame of. But what if this movie does successfully achieve everything that it has promised? Then maybe, just maybe, we might just get one of the best Spider-Man movie of all time.